the PAP government introduced the 3-member GRC in 1988 general election. They explained that the need for GRC system was to make sure that there is minority representation in parliament. But no PAP minority candidate, from what I know, was voted out because Singaporeans vote along racial lines. On the contrary, the former Secretary General of the Workers' Party, Mr. J.V. Jeyaretnam, who is not a Chinese, was voted into Parliament in 1981 by-election in Anson constituency, which is a Chinese majority constituency. If you recall, following the Workers' Party breakthrough in 1981, there was also a big swing against the PAP in general election 1984. And another opposition, Mr. Chiam See Tong, was elected. I think we all know that the GRC system was in response to the vote swing against the PAP. A big part of the Anson constituency was merged with Radin Mas, Henderson, and Tiong Bahru to form Tiong Bahru GRC. Another part goes to Tanjong Pagar GRC. The anchor person at Tiong Bahru GRC at the point in time was a senior minister of state who had been in Tiong Bahru for 20 years. I stood as a candidate in Tiong Bahru GRC in 1988 general election. That was my first election. As I expected. At the counting center, my suspicion was confirmed. Had Anson or Radin Mas remained as a single-seat constituency, I could have won the election because, based on my estimate, Tiong Bahru constituency delivered the strongest support of at least about 70% for the PAP. But because of the GRC, my team only got 42% of the valid vote casted. I lost the election. Over time, we have seen GRCs grow. I believe this is because the PAP realized that with 3-member GRC in, the opposition still stood a good chance of being elected. So they had to tilt the system further. And the GRC becomes like rubber band, not elastic. They increased from 3 to 6, now they are 4 to 6, and they can stretch from Marine Parade all the way to Hougang. Now, part of Hougang, in particular, part of this GRC, are now in Ang Mo Kio GRC. But we call ourselves Aljunied GRC, but we are not in Hougang. And as you can see, even the system has tweaked somehow. You heard about chili crab? The 2 biggest chili crab still remain 6 members. That's Ang Mo Kio, the Prime Minister, and Marine Parade, Senior Minister. Tao Nyawan. Even other GRCs all have at least 1 or 2 ministers. Why? Because the PAP knows how you think. That you believe you will be better looked after with a minister in your constituency, and hence would rather vote for the PAP to make sure that the ministers get into parliament. You will not vote for opposition candidates even though you may be less impressed with the other PAP candidates in the GRC. As you can see in this election, a new candidate who has never been introduced before by the PAP appeared only on nomination day and has now walked into parliament to become an MP. Anyone? Which constituency? Yeah, Tanjung Pagar. Do you think this is right? Do you views of change and the citizen is voting right? I think this is uniquely Singapore. For years, because of the GRC, many Singaporeans have not got the chance to vote. This time, you do have the opportunity. We ask you to use it not just wisely, but bravely, intelligently, and in a heartfelt manner. I think all of you know what the PAP has been doing, and you have to decide what you want Singapore to be, not just for yourself, but your children and your children's children. Minister George Hill said that the Workers' Party is making use of you, the Aljunied GRC voters, by placing on you the burden of pushing the opposition cause. That we are forcing an emotional dilemma on you to choose between enlightened self-interest and the opposition's interest. This is against the spirit of democracy. I say there's nothing more against the spirit of democracy than the GRC. It seems to me what is at stake is the PAP's self-interest, not the voters. And do not forget, this so-called dilemma, this GRC2, is created by the PAP themselves to control the voters and the opposition in the first place. Let me tell you that if no opposition is able to break through a GRC, you will be forever shackled under the system. Your power to vote will be just symbolic and your voice will be limited. The PAP will continue to govern, to bully you without having to account for you all. The decision is yours to make. Come 7th of May, do vote Workers' Party and move towards the First World Parliament.